I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever. Yeah. And I think that's our challenge as people, is to figure out how our story can impact others and motivate them in a way to create their own greatness.
This has been the hardest year of my life. I think it's time for me to open up about the depression and anxiety that finally all unraveled throughout the years of suppressing it inside. I noticed it at a young age. Maybe when I was 8 or 9, my parents would see me lying down in the morning, not ready to move out of bed. I didn't want to go to school or face the day. I look back at it and I realize it's how I feel even now on some days. I honestly just don't want to do anything. I don't want to get out of bed, and I just don't want to move. I'm just laying there. I feel fear inside of me, and I don't know what to do. I used to think it was just because I was just lazy. Maybe that was an easier way to put it, but it wasn't that. I was just afraid to face the thoughts that were running constantly through my head. It's odd, but things kind of just fell apart when Kobe died this year. Nothing has been the same since. I don't know what psychological epiphany happened to me, but I started to spiral and question everything to the point I'd push everyone away. That's when everything came crashing down at once, and I couldn't stop myself from falling inside this hole that I created. I became depressed with the world, and being stuck in quarantine, I had no outlet to escape to. Days, weeks, months went by, and I kept remembering everything, but I just kept telling myself over and over, and this is true, I really did this, I kept telling myself, Mamba mentality, Mamba mentality, Mamba mentality. If you right now are watching this and you feel broken, you feel depressed, you're experiencing anxiety, loneliness, if you become an addict, if you've lost too much this year, please listen to me. Life is short and it is fragile. People like Kobe Bryant don't deserve to tragically die in a helicopter crash, to pass away so young. People don't deserve to get their hearts broken when they love completely. Families didn't need to separate this year due to a deadly disease. But this is life. This is the reality. It's unfair, but it's what we have to accept in our lives to move forward. Instead of focusing on what was lost, focus on what you can do right now. I myself have been going to therapy for a couple months, and I think the biggest thing that I got from those sessions was that I realized life isn't just one long chapter. It's full of stages, full of chapters we don't even see coming yet. So are we going to be the same people that we were? Or are we going to use this pain, this resentment, this fear as our strength to grow into the people we were meant to be? I had to ask myself this question: is this going to be my life? Is this how I choose to live? Am I going to lay here? Or am I going to get up and do what God needs me to do? Am I going to face it?
There's a quote from one of my English teachers at Lower Merion named Mr. Fisk. He had a great quote that said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And that's something I always live by. You know, I'm not going to rest now. I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.
And so, I kept waking up, even when some nights I asked not to. I kept waking up and telling myself there's more. So I continued to push myself because I had a purpose. It was my art. It was trying to finish school to inspire as a teacher. It was the late nights. It was the hard work and perseverance. It was the heartache. It was the relief to come to the chapel and serve God and give the best of me. It was my mom. It was my dad. It was my brother. It was about overcoming that fear of not being enough. Pain is temporary. The storm won't last forever. The battles you have faced have made you who you are. Don't let anyone write your story for you. The people who make up what they want to believe are their own monsters. Let them be, and don't let them control what you are and who you're going to be. I am here, and when we go through the bad days, we'll still be here. So for the time that I have left, I'm going to live for the people who matter, for me, and for all the people who are watching this today, trying to live too.
On his final game, Bryant still working, doing work. Kobe underneath, out of it goes. It's a one-point game.
He's so tired he can barely pick his feet up. Look at him, but he continues to wheel himself. His ability to wheel himself and puts his wheel on the opposition is amazing. 50s.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Jake for three. Lakers will get a chance to take the lead, and look who has the ball. With half a minute to play, Bryant for the lead.
Yes! Kobe Bryant gives the Lakers the lead.
2 free throws for 60. A 60-point game for Kobe Bryant. One of the most incredible farewell performances for any athlete ever.
Have a good time. Enjoy life. And it's life is too short to get bogged down, to be discouraged, or you have to keep moving. You have to keep going. Put one foot in front of the other, smile, and just keep on rolling.